All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So we have a guest speaker here today with us via Zoom. She is going to share some resources within the community with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the floor over to you. And I don't want to mispronounce your name, so I'll go ahead and let you do that. And I'm going to mute us so that way it doesn't have an echo. So thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Well, thank you very much. My name is Sudali Sisavat, and I work for the Wichita Children's Home. I oversee our runaway and homeless youth programs here at the agency, and I want to talk a little bit about our young adult program. One of the things that I am excited about being here today is that we're in a very unique time where during a pandemic, there's a lot of things that come to light in regards to social services and needs. And one of those things that was brought to our attention were college students who were left without a place to stay when they had to leave their dorms, lost jobs. So we work with homeless young adults between the age of 18 to 21. Typically, those young adults are those that have aged out of the foster care system, maybe at some point in life, in their young adulthood, lost a job or lost their roommate, or things didn't work out and found themselves either living in their car or couch surfing. There's a number of reasons how young people become homeless, and it's not just the traditional, I want to live out on the streets because this is the way to live. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to be homeless. So especially during the pandemic, we realized that there were a lot of young college students left without a place to live, with very little resources. So I wanted to partner with Wichita State and had this wonderful opportunity to meet Heather, not really expecting it. So we wanted to give resources to college students that probably typically wouldn't think that or consider themselves homeless because they're couch surfing and sleeping with and staying with friends or family members. But anyone without a stable or safe, secure place to live can seek services through our many different programs that we provide here. So I'll talk a little bit about our Opportunity Zone or Oz program, and that program is kind of two separate things really. Our Homeless Resource Drop-In Center is a standalone building that is located downtown. We just moved on Wednesday, so we're in a completely different building. We're in a 7,700 square foot building that also provides 15 emergency shelter beds. So during the daytime, from Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., we provide breakfast, a hot breakfast every day at 9 a.m. and a hot lunch every day between 12 and 1 p.m. We also provide showers, a laundry facility. We have staff here to help with housing, whether that's short-term housing, long-term housing, employment, meeting educational needs, providing assistance with transportation. We have Lyft, Uber gift cards, bus passes. We can, if possible, provide transportation if there is a immediate need. So we do work with young people that we try to give them the skills needed to be independent and self-sufficient. However, we know that we have to meet people where they are. So our drop-in center, like I said before, also operates a 15-bed emergency shelter, and that provides any young person between the age of 18 to 21 with a safe place to sleep at night. We serve females, males, trans, non-gender conforming. So we are open to any individual seeking a safe place to sleep. We can sleep them from night to night or through a 30-day shelter plan. So if they come in today, they don't have any resources, we can provide shelter for up to 30 days. And those 30 days are pretty flexible. If they are working on a long-term housing plan, then we can extend that a little bit longer. So if they put down a deposit and have first month's rent, but an apartment's not going to be ready for them until mid-month and their 30 days is up on the 1st, we can certainly extend that so long as they are complying with the program rules. We also provide shelter services for someone who maybe were in a situation where they needed to get out of an abusive situation, or it didn't work out with their roommate, or were kicked out and they just need a place to stay for a few nights until they get back on their feet. We can do that as well. So those are our emergency shelter drop-in center services. We also provide what we call street outreach services. So we go out, we have a team of people who go out and canvass the streets looking for runaway and homeless youth. We provide hygiene bags, food bags, water during the summertime, and maybe some hats, gloves, hand warmers, winter type survival needs during the winter time. But our goal is to look under the bridges, go to skate parks and different areas where young people may be congregating, young homeless people may be residing, and we educate them about our services, and we try to engage them to get off the streets and into safe shelter. So those are our two primarily young adult programs, and we also offer programming to runaways that are under the age of 18. I won't talk too much about that because that typically doesn't apply to college students. But we do offer emergency shelter for minors at our administrative building on 37th and Woodlawn, and counseling and case management services for children and families who are dealing with issues that are causing that young person to run away or to want to run away. So we help that family address those issues so that that conflict doesn't lie. So in a nutshell, that those are the different services that we provide. Oh, I'm sorry, there's one more program. We also operate the Safe Place program, those yellow diamond signs that you see at the local Quick Trips, YMCA, fire stations. We operate that. So we go out and educate young people, middle schoolers, high schoolers, people in the community about Safe Place and how and when to access Safe Place. So we educate young people that if they were in an unsafe or dangerous living situation, they can go to any Safe Place location, ask for help, ask for Safe Place. We have a text for help number, and we will come, and we have about a 30-minute response time to go and meet with them and see if we can help them out in their situation. So I am open to any questions you may have.
So we don't have anybody else on Zoom right now with us. We have a couple of ladies here inside the room. Do you guys have any questions? Did you, Kathy, have any questions? No, I'm sorry.
What about services? Where would you look for services where you were over 21?
Oh, so one of the questions were, do you know where to look for services if you were over the age of 21? Do you know about any programs available for those?
Yeah, typically we promote 211. So there are a few emergency shelters, one for females and families is the Salvation Army. They take females and families. They do not take individual males, single males, I should say. Single males are served at Union Rescue Mission, and St. Anthony Family Shelter provides family services. And I know pre-COVID, the Union Rescue Mission was in the process of opening up a shelter downtown that could serve men and women, but with everything going on, I'm not quite sure where they're at with that. So right now they're just serving males. And then Humankind Inn will serve females, males, and families, and dogs. Well, I don't think it's just dogs, I think it's pets. And I think you can have a maximum of 2 pets if they have any available kennels.
That's awesome. At least somebody's thinking about pets, because a lot of families, when they get disrupted, they do have pets. So
Right.
thank you
And
for those resources. I mean, we do have a good majority of variety ages on campus, so potentially, you know, those other services could help anybody over 21. So
sure.
any other questions?
Yeah, where's their new location, the address, and
Oh.
everything, and their phone number?
Kathy would like to know, do you have the address and the phone number to the new location?
Yes, and I can send that to you via email as well. We're located at 1110 North Emporia, and our phone number is 316-990-4300. And Heather, I'll get that information to you via email. I'm sorry, I haven't updated any of my printed materials. So I updated like 2 sentences in the email that I sent you, the flyer that I sent you, but we literally just moved in Wednesday. And so I need to redo those.
I have flyers, the ones that you grabbed off the table.
Oh,
Yeah.
these now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, anybody who wants those flyers, if you just send us an email, we'll definitely get those out to you. I have
Yeah.
some available right now, which of course the phone number is still the same, so at least you would be able to connect that way. So
Well, I'm basically interested for, thank you for that.
yeah.
For the resource, for my resource book.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
yeah.
Kathy is a social worker major, and I was telling her that you had graduated from the master's program here for social work, and she just entered. This is her first semester, so she's making a portfolio of different resources available in the community. So, and I have shared your information around campus with several other ladies, people who are in economic development, self-care team. I've shared your information around, so. They'll definitely, the trio services, yeah. So we're spreading the word, because there is a need for kids on campus. You know, like you said, if they get into a situation where the roommate bails out on them, or a young romance and it turns south pretty quickly, I mean, the chances of staying are pretty high when you don't have anywhere else to go. So
Right.
we do appreciate everything that you do in the community. So thank you for coming today. Yeah.
Repeat her name for me again. I think I missed
Oh,
it again.
Kathy wants to know if you could repeat your name so she can hear it again.
Sure. It's Wsu Mascot, and it's I don't know if it's easier for me to give it to you via email.
That's fine.
Oh no, she just wanted to hear it again.
Oh, okay.
Before.
Kathy thinks that she has met you before.
Or emailed or something.
Or emailed you before.
Maybe. I love promoting our different services, because I think a lot of people out there that are not aware. So if I've met you, you've probably gotten an email from me, and I try to promote our services, because I know there's a need, and we can't help if we don't know. I mean, as social workers, we know that if not more than 50% of our job is knowing resources and connecting people to them. So it's very important for me to get this information out as much as I can. So sometimes I stop people at Dillon's and say, hey, where'd you get that t-shirt? It looks like you go to Wichita State. Have you ever heard about what we do? And they're like, I'm just trying to get groceries, woman.
I understand. I know I was the crazy person who stopped you at the office. I'm like, hey, have you want to come guest speak at our student organization?
Yeah. So
So
this is exciting. Thank you so much for having me. And you have my email. If there's any questions at any point, please reach out to me. My contact information is available for anybody. We try to promote our 24-hour crisis line so that people feel secure that they can call at any time and get that counseling support. However, our phone lines are open. We are here to help answer any questions. I got a call last week from a 23-year-old, and I mean, at the end of the day, my ethics are going to trump, what's written on paper sometimes. So I'm going to go meet with that young person. And luckily, we were able to get her connected to ComCare. and into a shelter. So at the end of the day, I'll do whatever I can to help whomever I can, if I have the resources. So.
Awesome. We truly appreciate that. And really, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We're so grateful for this. So thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Okay, so I actually have a fun activity for us today. And unfortunately, for the people who are going to watch this later on YouTube, you guys can't participate because it's Kahoot. So I'm going to, do you guys want to do Kahoot since it's just us? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to screen share and we will play Kahoot. Let's see if I can get this to work this time. Here we go. No, what? Team mode is disabled. Oh. Have you played Kahoot, Kathy?
Yeah.
Never? Okay, so on your cell phone, if you guys open up the Kahoot, if you just go to Kahoot and then you type in this number, you don't have to make an account or anything. You just type in if you ever did like a library research thing, they do Kahoot.
I think you want me to change it because it's on Teams and you want to be faster.
Oh, really?
So download Kahoot.
Teams, so
Oh, you don't have to download Kahoot. You can just go to Kahoot's website. Okay, hang on, let's see.
I just do class.
Oh, classic one-to-one. Okay, that's okay. That makes more sense.
I have to refresh the page.
And it'll say Kahoot it or Kahoot the video
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, and then at the top it'll say like, why is it set to private? Ask the creator to share this with you. Okay, well, I'll just go back over here. And it should give you, there you go. Thank you for that. I didn't realize that I put it on Teams.
Do you do a lot of stuff on Teams?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yeah,
You
for
do,
work,
yeah, so
yeah.
I'm gonna be getting, I guess that veteran stuff around, and that's what I'm gonna be using Teams. I never really used.
Teams is good.
I heard that they were. So, and have y'all heard from, Anita?
Mm-mm.
Y'all have her? But she was also wanting to, call the team.
Haha, here we go. So it gives you 20 seconds. It'll have a question. So the quiz, so it is, what is the abbreviations for the first generation student organization?
Where do you type it in at?
So you see the options here and then you'll select the, yay!
She hurried up and typed it.
Of course you ladies know this. Yeah, so even if you get it right, it does.
Not a competition.
It's not a competition. I don't have any prizes, so here we go. What is true about first gens? She's just quick at pushing that button. Because she gets like a boost bonus for it or something, yeah.
Well, I don't understand.
What is the name of the WSU mascot? Yes. I've actually seen a lot on social media of people like calling him lots of different things. So.
Really?
Oh yeah.
We would definitely.
Yes. So that leads us to what is Wsu?
Mine is still processing the last answer.
Is it? Oh no, it yeah.
Well, it did.
Oh,
It
that's
just
so
did
fish.
it. Yeah, it just did it.
Wait.
Oh, did I pick
Why
the
did
wrong
it
one?
pick?
I
Oh
picked
my,
the
no,
Woodstock.
I'm sorry. No, you
I-
guys didn't get that wrong. For some reason, I hit the wrong, I made the wrong one the wrong one.
I was like,
My
what?
bad. He is a
I'm
wheat
so
stock. He
sorry.
is actually a wheat stock. Green is correct. I'm sorry. I forgot I switched those questions around. So true or false? 1985 was the founding of WSU. It's actually true.
Well,
1985?
Oh, 1895. 1895.
You
I
like, see,
suck
now,
at this game.
I
I
should have read the questions. What
suck.
I should have did. Now you tricked me.
And that was
Second place.
first place.
Wow, thank you.
Yay!
I'm just so happy to be second place.
I could interest you in this bottle of water for second place.
I am cool as well.
Awesome. So I'm going to stop the share on this one.
People, my people.
Okay, so now I will screen share what our actual meeting piece is that I have for us today. Here we go. Here we make it big. Maybe. What? There you go. There we go. Awesome. So first generation students. This meeting is about support for completing college. So like I said, I want to try to start off our meetings with kind of like some inspirational things before we dive deep into some of the more informative stuff. So I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions, which I think is a really good thing to remember, that we all come from different backgrounds, but it doesn't matter. Our backgrounds, our decisions in life are ultimately what shape who we actually become. So that is my inspiration. Like you guys know, we just had our guest presentation speaker of community resources about housing for students who are 18 to 21 through Wichita Children's Home. And she was talking about the Safe Place. That's the logo. You can find those at Quick Trips, YMCA's, fire departments, police stations. And then she also shared some resources with, for students who are over 21 years old. And of course, you can always email those things out. And so this is kind of my topic that I really think, I had handouts here, but I can also email it. So anybody who wants an email copy of the handouts, it's just different resources and academic success for students. It kind of goes over like study habits, how you divide out your time of your hours you have available. So these are just some things that, what can prevent you from completing college. Working more than 25 hours with a full-time class load, or taking too many credits per semester, typical, first gen students. I mean, you can handle 12 credit hours, but I've seen some people register for 21 because they're so afraid they're not going to be able to take those next classes. And you don't want to overextend yourself by any means. There's just, yes. And not sure what you're majoring in yet. So that's a big one. If you don't know what you're going to major in, I say definitely get connected with resources on WSU campus. Find organizations, different ways to connect. That's how you're really going to find your passion. I'm sad to say, this is my senior year. I really didn't find my tune until first gen student organization, and just different ways to connect with the community and help overcoming those obstacles and just all kinds of things. Like, definitely connect with your campus. Falling behind in classes. The next slide will talk a little bit more about the falling behind in classes and different things and why people fall behind. Housing, childcare, definitely obstacles of not being able to complete school. There are resources on campus for childcare. With COVID, I'm not 100% sure if they're letting people use the daycare services. I don't know any of our members who have children that they need services like that for, but YMCA, they have childcare services. They do give WSU students a discount. They also give us free memberships. If anybody didn't know that. Yeah, we get free memberships. No, you're fine. No, this is a meeting. So how to navigate my WSU. That is a big reason why a lot of people fail in college. They don't know how to check their grades. They don't know how to run a degree audit, which a degree audit, I don't know if a lot of people know this, you can look at your academic status and you can see like, is how many classes do I have left in my major area? How many tertiary classes do I still need? Do these classes even meet the requirements for graduating? Are they classes that I have to take in order to be able to, like, let's say you have to take intermediate algebra before you can take college algebra. Those classes don't count towards credit for graduation. So you might have this idea in your head that you have 60 credit hours that you have to take. And then you like, oh, wait, but I took that intermediate algebra class and that was 3 credit hours. And now I'm still 3 credits short because those classes don't count. They're a build up. So those are some things to think about. And then adding and dropping classes. I want to make YouTube videos about this and upload it to our YouTube site of showing you how to do this. I think this is one of my biggest obstacles that I had when I first became a student. My first semester, I met with my academic advisor. He enrolled me in my classes, didn't really show me how to do it or the process. It's really complicated because you have to know either the 3 letters in front of it, or you have to know the department, or you have to know how to navigate it, how to add it in there, how to look at the calendar to see if they conflict with each other. Like it's overly complicated, but if you kind of get the basic, you can make it work. So I think I'm gonna do YouTube about that. And then resources, different ways to connect with your campus. Shocker Blast, always amazing. You can see all kinds of cool things on there. I'm gonna build a bear next week. I don't know if you guys saw that one, but
Yeah,
that's gonna be
build
cool.
bears.
So
I never can get through the line. Usually I have a contact, but when the class when I would always have a class that I have to go to. The line would just be so long.
Oh, did you? WSU has it on Shocker Blast right now. They're giving you the kit to build a bear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a bear.
Yeah, you could pick a lion, a tiger, a panda. Did you see it?
All because of COVID, you have to pre-register for every single one.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have,
And was it in Shocker Blast today?
Yes.
yeah, it's on Shocker Blast today.
I pulled it back up. I think I might have zoomed by, I didn't finish reading Shocker Blast today is what it was. Yeah.
Well, in Shocker Blast, they share, different students are doing different things. Organizations are doing different things. You can see that. Shocker Sync. I didn't know that Shocker Sync was available for all students on campus. I had no idea about that until I took over the organization, and I'm like, I'm on there. And I didn't realize until I actually clicked on management organizations, I was on there as a student, not as an executive board member.
Oh, really?
And I can see, and I can see all kinds of events on there. And they don't always post those to Shocker Blast either.
Exactly.
So you can look up fraternities. I mean, you can even narrow it down. Like they have adult scholars on there. They have all kinds of really cool things on there that I had no idea about. Bulletin boards. So in the different colleges, not so much this semester because of COVID, but a lot of flyers get hung up and they tell you about different organizations, different events on campus, different ways to connect. Like if you're interested in doing research, like they'll put research flyers up, or different, like the library was doing the Savvy Scholar series. Yeah, so a lot of times those things, those are posted. Scholarship opportunities, those are usually posted in the different colleges too. They're not necessarily on just the website, and that's kind of cool. Tutors are offered, I want to say they're offered via remote right now. You can Zoom meet with tutors, which is convenient because before the hours you have to be really careful when you look them up, because I had to take my son to chemistry tutor here, and it said that they were available at a certain day and time, and their website was incorrect. So you have to definitely look at the websites because sometimes they're not correct. But there are tutors available. Student Health Services, they're going to come next week. They're going to talk to us about different services that they offer, some self-care type stuff. Career development, amazing for people who are writing papers. They'll help you with your resumes. They'll help you with CVs. They help you with, if you're getting into research and you have to write a literary review, they'll help you looking at that. They help with writing your grad letters to get, to submit it. Yeah, they help with all kinds of really neat things. Trio and McNear. Yeah. Trio McNear. So we have Kay. She's going to come and speak to us on October 18th. She's going to share more about those. She just took over that whole department. Yeah.
Oh, she just took over.
She took over economic development. Yes. And so she's going to come and speak, and she has a lot of amazing things that she's doing. Yeah, I do. I love her too. Yes. Disability services, that kind of goes in with the trio thing too. They're going to come and speak to us as well. So those are just different resources. That's the end of our slideshow. I did want to share this. I don't know if a lot of people have seen this yet. I know it's getting posted on Soccer Blast, but if anybody wants to do our first annual art show, thanks to Kathy,
Right.
she's got this going.
Shocker Blast today? What is wrong with me?
I didn't see it on Shocker Blast today.
Okay, I was gonna say,
No.
So we need to get, well, no, I don't know what we need.
Lydia pushes this out for us, and she has it on her website. They have it on First Gen Coordinating Council website.
Right.
It's on our website too.
So we need it on the Shocker Blast.
Yeah, I'm gonna email her and ask her if she's gonna post it to Shocker Blast. But I know, I can't remember who's the guy who's doing it. Marco's Shocker Blasting it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have yet to see it at all.
It's been on there. It's been on there. It is on our socials too. Yeah, I've seen it. I saw it on Instagram. I don't really pay. Facebook like knocks everything down, but Instagram lets you see a lot of things. If you share it to the stories, everybody sees the stories. Like you can post it to your page, but then share it in your stories too.
I can go into Instagram, pull it up, then share it to my story caption. That way it helps promote it as well.
Most people look at your stories.
From anybody, I was going to email them today, but I said I'll wait till Monday to see, basically to see, how's it going? Are we getting?
I know. That's why I was curious. Like, how many people have we gotten to sign up? Yeah.
I lost my little schedule. Well, I haven't lost it. It's lost on a flash drive or in a file. But yeah, okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, I hope we get a great turnout for that.
People, artists turning and stuff.
Yes. And then, so I also have, I'm going to share, maybe, if my thing will go down. There you go. I'm going to share with you our COCO event plan.
Okay.
So I had,
questions about that too.
Yeah, so I had a meeting with the whole budget committee, and they're reviewing our proposal for funding us $150.
So we can buy some cocoa from the place here.
No, we're actually gonna buy it from here. She said if we're doing inside event, we have to buy it from the campus. But if this is what I'm understanding, but if we do it outside the RSC, we can buy it separately.
I was wondering
we don't
why
have
we
to
were having it outside.
We can't do any tabling inside.
Oh, there's no tabling inside at all?
None.
Good Lord.
Only.
I don't know why people having to come back to, we're in a pandemic still.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that.
I live my life like
I'm reason to know because I'm not reserving anything.
Well, I live my life like I'm not in a pandemic.
Oh my God. So this is kind of good. I wonder, I think last time he didn't have those big things, that you hold but they probably have them maybe in Shocker, on Shocker Scene as far as equipment. I wonder that holds the hot chocolate. Do you know they're
No,
big
they
and
didn't.
brown,
I looked.
and they got the little spout.
Yeah, the percolators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not percolators.
Well, they're like
yeah.
They're
big and brown.
I can't think of what they're called, but yes.
Yeah, and then they got the little, they keep everything hot in there.
I'm looking for them, but because of our COVID and social distancing thing, we have to be the ones to serve it, and everything has to be individualized. So I'm still looking for one of those big things that you're talking about, those canisters that hold all the fluid and everything already in it. If not, somebody is donating us a hot percolator where you just set it on the hot plate and it heats up the water really quick for like hot tea and stuff. And we just refill the water. I have a little box drive at home, and it'll like jumpstart a car, and you can like charge your phone and stuff on it, but it has a house outlet plug on it because I don't know if we have plugging. So we can plug in.
Let me look around too to see
if you find a big one.
Well, yeah, so when they usually set up,
like
they have the great big ones.
Like the Red Cross has.
Yeah, that's exactly right there. I've seen it done like that.
I can't think of when it was last fall. They had them, And like it was
I
on
think
the,
they were the big percolating
Yeah.
ones as well.
and it was on the first week of classes. And
They don't have to be new, do they? We're gonna make sure they're sterilized, right?
yeah, we're going to clean them, make sure they're
Yeah.
sterilized. We just need to borrow them for the event, and then we can return them.
We check around.
Yeah.
Check around, see if Gary can come up with something or something, maybe have him, my son, do a little something.
I emailed the Red Cross, but I haven't heard back from them. So I was trying to see if I can borrow, but I also know like if a disaster happens, they may pull back. So I want something really set.
Yeah, those are perfect.
Yeah. So these are the days, the 26th, the 28th, and the 30th of October, and then the 11th or the 3rd of November and the 5th of November, which I can email this to you
Now,
too.
I have it.
Oh, okay.
Are we giving this away, right?
No, no.
Oh, we're selling the hot cocoa. Okay, I
We're
was wondering
selling-
which ones were fundraisers.
Yeah.
Was it the October? Were those the fundraisers and the other ones the art event? Or I mean,
We're gonna do it both. We're gonna do the first week, so the art gala runs the 2 weeks, and then the second week is our first gin week. So we're already gonna be pulling attractions. So I'm hoping we pull more. Yeah.
So that means that even at the art gallery, like in the art gallery, there will be a table there for anybody to like steer people that way or anything.
No, but
So we'll all be outside, us, First Gen, and council and art.
No, the FCC is having their event here.
yeah, they're having their event upstairs
They're
here.
having, so they have an event scheduled.
Yes.
They've had
Okay.
it scheduled since the beginning of school.
Right.
That
Sure.
they're having a first gen check-in. So
Yes.
students have already signed up for that event.
Yes.
So pretty much those students can also help our club because of how they're finding.
Yes. And they can
Right,
they can
yeah.
push them back downstairs and be like, hey, outside they're doing a a
Okay, so I
fundraiser and
haven't-
stuff.
Yeah, I hadn't been in meeting with
Yeah.
Marco lately. I haven't received any.
Yeah, the last meeting that we had was with Marco and Lydia.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
that was the last time we were all in the meeting together. But yeah, pretty much, I was just wondering how.
We
they're
can
gonna
do
so-
yard signs too. We're allowed to do yard signs to direct people
Okay,
towards
no
us.
way.
So we can request those. I think
Yeah.
I have to get with Nelson on that,
Just
but we
whatever y'all
can.
need, yeah.
But so the idea is if we could get 2 people, one person, if we could get 2 people for each day, one person, if in the kind of the slower time, you could kind of walk around and be like, hey, we're having a bake sale and cocoa and stuff. I plan on making cookies. I heard that we're allowed to do it as long as we individualize package them
Okay.
before we bring them. So that way
Yeah.
there's no cross contamination. I'm
Donations.
waiting
We
for,
need bakes
and they're
stuff. We
yes.
need bakes and stuff and
Yes.
solicit some donations.
And yes, so I figured you can put 2 cookies in a bag and sell them for $1.
Exactly, that's how you usually do it.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so hot cocoa. I wanted to do apple cider. The cost of apple cider is so high though right now. But there's a lot of people don't drink hot cocoa. So I wanted to try to fit 2 different needs. But with COVID, it's so hard to do that. So you can't do coffee and cocoa and apple cider and
Okay.
hot tea because most people want sugar or cream or honey
Okay.
and just.
So
we're
we're gonna
just gonna keep it simple.
Cocoa.
Yeah.
And,
We could do
how-
water.
Are we gonna be serving them or how's that? Are we gonna be putting, I don't know, how is that? How is?
Yeah,
how
I
are we
know.
gonna do-
So if we do
This is
the hot cocoa, if we
Uh-huh.
get one of those big things, then we
Uh-huh.
would have to pour it for them into the cup and hand it to them.
Okay.
And then we would have to put like a lid or a stir or whatever into a baggie. Kind of like how when you
Okay,
go to
so
the
we'll have that
restaurants.
already
Yes.
pre-bagged up?
Yes, pre-bagged up. But we would have
Got
to do it obviously wearing gloves, pre-bag
Yeah.
everything up, and then we could put it in like a plastic tote type thing, and then that way, because it's going to be
Sounds
outside,
good.
we don't know what the weather's going to be like. It could be windy.
Exactly.
We do have the covering down there though.
Because we're just right as we step out of the RC, or where are we gonna be? Where are we gonna be?
So on the
Front
east
patio.
side,
You can either do the east patio, you can do right outside.
they assigned us the east side table 1. That's where
East
she
side-
gave
the
us.
East side is
Yeah,
that
that's
east
right.
side?
Like where we did our welcoming student event, it was just right down from here.
On the end of by the parking lot?
Yeah, if you look out that
No,
window and just look
right-
down.
Literally right here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right
if you
outside.
look out that window and just look
I know,
down.
that's the patio, so
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, we're good.
So hopefully,
Oh, yeah.
if anybody watches
right
this
here,
video later,
that'd
if you
be
guys
better.
want to donate baked goods or your
Yeah.
time to these table events, because on the 3rd, we also have the First Gen Coordinating Council because we're trying to coordinate with them too, because they're doing the First Gen check-in that day. So we're gonna have heavy traffic that day. They're having a table for us also in here so we can hand out like our flyers or do membership signups.
And that's on the 3rd.
That one is on the 3rd.
The 3rd.
You said that you would do the check-in table. Okay. And then yeah, we're just gonna hand out flyers
So
and
we
then
only needed one person for that one on the 3rd.
well, because we're also going to do the fundraising downstairs too. So
Outside.
she's going to do the upstairs inside the first gym, and then downstairs. I'm going to be here for that one. If we could get one more person to like help with sales or whatever. We are now able to accept credit card too. I have a setup with the marketplace.
Yes,
So I'm super excited about that. All I have to do is give her our event information. Your thoughts on this? I'm open to this. She said that we can either set a set price for the sale for an item. We tell her what we're selling, what the set price is. Even if it's a fundraiser, we still have to pay taxes on the money that we earn. So we can either set, like if we set it for $1, we'll make a 93-cent profit.
Okay.
So they'll take the 7 cents out. So I still think 93 cents for, yeah, so I'll scroll down. So here's our supply list. So I found the hot water source. If we can get one of those bigger, oh, what the heck?
What's wrong?
Huh. Did it fall asleep on us? I know I'm still screen sharing on our Zoom, so that's at least. Let's see if it goes.
I forgot that.
Did it pop back up?
Yeah.
Well, that's not it. Well, why? It's not sharing.
I like stop.
Stop and then reshare.
And
Okay.
then go back in.
Sorry, guys. Let me go back in. There it is. You're so much better at this media thing. And this is why you're a medium. No, see, it still didn't do it. That's weird. It still didn't do it. I reshared it to here. Okay, so I found cups. We can get 160 cups. They're 8 ounces. They're $11.48 a sleeve. If we buy 2 of those, it's $22.96. Cocoa. That's 320 cups that we can. Yep. We do have a locker. And then the cocoa mix, I can get a 50-pack box at Sam's for $5.98. If we buy 4 of those, it's $23.92. That's 200 cups of cocoa.
Oh, so yeah, we just give them the hot water basically.
We can give them, yes, we can give them the hot water, and we can use the inside to fill up the percolator. It will fill up several cups, but we can also get gallon jugs and then just refill the water in the jugs. That way we can, because we can buy, right, we can have the hot water, we can get 2-gallon jugs of water, and then we can just use those to refill inside and bring them back out. And then
so much better. It's so
and then we don't waste cocoa.
Yeah.
If we don't have a big enough turnout, we're not making a bunch.
It's a lot less work.
Yeah. That's why I was kind of excited about the hot water source that way, because we can do the packets and then you're not wasting product.
Beautiful.
And then stir sticks. I can get a box of 5,000 for $10.27. You can buy them on Amazon. They're like 500 to 1,000, and they're half that price. So you might as well do the 5,000. Keep them for later events.
Yeah.
It's pennies on the dollar for.
Yeah.
So our so our total supply with tax is $66.77. And then baked goods being donated, we can project it. If we have baked goods enough to make $50 with our cocoa, if we sold out all 200 cups of our cocoa, we are projected to make $232.50 after our expenses.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be really amazing. And then of course we can take the card. So that's also nice. We can also have a jar down there for tips, and any tips that you get, we can also just throw that into our account too. So have it for contributions. Don't put tips, put contributions on there. That'd be nice. So just wanted to share that. Of course, you can see that on the YouTube, and then but I can email that to you also.
Oh, you mean this one that we're making now?
Yeah, well, I don't know why it's doing that because.
Don't worry about it. I didn't know. Yeah, you should have to because of the people.
I'm gonna unplug and then try to replug it back in and see if it will re-screen share in here, because I want you guys to see the desktop. But it just keeps showing that. I don't understand that. Okay, let's see. I wanted to share one, I think that was, actually, I think that was everything that I had to share today, because that was our meeting information. And then I got the hot cocoa down for you guys. I don't understand why it's doing that though. We did our PowerPoint. Oh, hopefully we're gonna get a couple new members. I've actually made some connections in some of my classes with people who didn't realize they were first gen. So that's been kind of nice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell them to follow on social media.
Yeah, no, I hand out those flyers whenever I meet people. I hand out the flyers. I'm just like, oh, here, like, I have a flyer for you. You guys can join. So,
It's just good information. I mean, it's also, it's not that I don't share like just stuff for our organization, but I also share everything else with the university stuff.
yes, yes,
Our account literally gets tagged in probably 2 to 3 posts a day anyways.
it does.
By other organizations that are like, oh, hey, look, this is your.
Yeah.
People pretty much. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to end the recording, but of course, if anybody has any questions, of course, always email us. I'll look forward to seeing you guys on the 18th. Thank you.